A top story charting a new course in diplomatic ties. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping will hold an informal summit in China's Wuhan city from April 27 to 28th. This meeting is being seen as an unprecedented engagement, as it is almost unheard for foreign leaders to visit China twice in close succession. We are saying this because the Indian PM is also visiting the country in June for the SCO summit.
Minister and I would like to share with you a piece of very important news. That is, as agreed between our two sides, President Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will have an informal summit from the 27th to the 28th of April in Wuhan, Hubei province. The two leaders will have communications of a strategic nature concerning the once-in-a-century shifts going on in the world. They will also exchange views on overarching, long-term and strategic matters concerning the future of China-India relations.
The two leaders will touch upon a range of issues, including but not limited to mutual relations, strategic cooperation and the future of India-China relations. In the wake of these developments, China will also resume the sharing of river water data with India for the Brahmaputra and Satluj rivers. It will also allow Indian pilgrims to travel to Kailash Mansarovar through Nathula in Sikkim after the route was closed last year in light of the Doklam standoff.
We are also happy that the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra through the Nathula route will be resumed this year. I'm confident that with Chinese side's full cooperation, this year's Yatra will be a fulfilling experience for the visiting Indian pilgrims. The Chinese side has confirmed on the resumption of data sharing on Brahmaputra and Satluj rivers in 2018. As this issue has direct relevance for people living in those areas, I appreciate that.
Additionally, both India and China have agreed to work together in the areas of combating terror, climate change, development and health. Speaking of terrorism as a major global issue, Minister Swaraj said that India and China will cooperate on enhancing security in the region.
The progress made in the last few months has also contributed to building trust and understanding in our bilateral engagement. We have agreed to maintain the momentum of these exchanges. We also discussed the importance of strengthening people-to-people contacts in bringing our two countries closer to each other.
The India-China relations should be a factor of stability. When the world is going through a lot of uncertainty, if India and China can find a more productive relationship, that would be something which would be very much to the benefit of the world. And in fact, this was the very kind of thinking which last year, when Prime Minister Modi met President Xi in Astana, there was the message out of that India-China relations are a factor of stability in an uncertain world. So I think that would be very much sort of a thought which will be going through the minds of other people. And my own sense is, frankly, a lot of other countries, especially in Asia, would welcome the news of this informal summit, as indeed in India.
This will be Indian Prime Minister's fourth visit to China since he came to power in 2014. The Indian Prime Minister will again go to China for the SCO summit in June. Both India and China will try to reboot bilateral ties bogged down with a host of disputes and differences. It's expected to be a big reset, and history might remember this informal summit as a big inflection point between New Delhi and Beijing. With video journalist Ankit Siddhant Sibbal, WION.